Hey, it's Joe Tamaro from PumpRepairMedia.com. All right, we're back with Brian. What's up, man?
What's up?
All right, so in this video, we're working with the Pentair LA01N booster pump. This is part like 8 or 9, and we did a bunch of stuff so far. We've removed the impeller, we've removed the shaft seal, we've basically taken apart the whole entire pump, basically down to the core. The only thing that's left to take apart are the 2 bearings. Then we're gonna install the 2 bearings, and then we're gonna put the thing back together with a new shaft seal and everything like that. All right, so what we're gonna be doing in this video is we're gonna be removing the rear bearing of the Pentair LAN booster pump. All parts are available at PumpRepairMedia.com. All right, also subscribe to the YouTube channel and also give us a thumbs up. That way we like you back. All right, so here we go. Brian is now going to adjust the bearing puller onto the shaft as he's doing there, okay? So the first thing he's gonna wanna do is he's gonna wanna put that bearing behind the claws, behind the bearing like he's doing right there, okay? You can see right there, Brian is putting the claws right behind it and he's tightening. Now, depending on what kind of bearing puller you are using will depend on you know, how it's set up. Some people like a 3-jaw, some people like a 2-jaw. You know, it depends what you like. Some people use a steering wheel puller. I had a guy one time telling me that he took a cold chisel and, Joseph, I don't need a little stinking bearing puller. I'm just going to chisel it off the shaft. You know, and hey, God bless him, man. That worked. I mean, like, it works, you know. So here we go. Brian is using a 3-jaw puller just like that, and he's adjusting onto the shaft, all right? So if you didn't catch it before, all parts are available at PumpRepairMedia.com. This is the Pentair Booster Pump LA01N repair series, and we're removing the rear bearing. All right, there you go, Brian. Nice job, brother man. So Brian is now tightening the center shaft of the bearing puller, just like that, and what that's doing is tightening there. So he's gonna tighten the outer shaft, and then you got the center shaft. You know, what you wanna do, Brian, is stand that up. I like to always stand it up on the workbench to make sure everything is straight. Now what you wanna do, twirl it like a top, and you can see if everything looks straight for you, and that looks like, yeah, see that? Like, see how it's all perpendicular, straight, and vertical? That means everything's gonna come off nice and smooth for you. Okay, so you can lay back down on the bench now, right? And then what you can do is you can lay back down on the bench, and we like to use an open-end wrench. Brian will grab the open-end wrench right there. We like to use the open-end wrench, but we use that side. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold your bearing puller, put your bearing puller down on the workbench, put your bearing puller down on the workbench. There you go. And then what you wanna do is turn your wrench. Now take your wrench off and just adjust your wrench the other way. Like, yeah, there you go, just like that. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna let the shaft spin, but you're gonna hold on to the bearing puller just like Brian's doing there, okay? And what's gonna happen is that bearing is going to slowly start to come off. All right, I'm going to try to adjust the camera a little bit here for you. It might shake for a second. Don't freak out. But I want to show you a little bit closer that the bearing is coming off there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to zoom in there. There you go. You can see that bearing is starting to pull off now. As he turns it, you can see that the bearing is slowly coming off, all right? So there we go, I'm gonna zoom in real close for you. See that? And then once he gets all the way off, you can see that bearing pops. So do it slow when you get to the end, Brian. All right, there you go. Now that bearing's about to come off. Look at that excellent high quality video too. Wow, that's nice. All right, so there you go. Once the bearing pops off, there you go. Okay, let me just zoom back out slowly. All right, so there you go. You can see now Brian has now removed that bearing. Nice job, Brian, nice job. All right, hold on, let me back out on you. We were zoomed in pretty heavy there, man. You know what I mean? Let me turn my camera down a little. Hold on, let me get you back in the film. I'm like, where's Brian? Hold on, man. All right, so there you go. That is how you remove the bearing, the rear bearing. We just have to get used to working the tripod a little bit better, but whatever, that's cool, right? All right, so there you go, Brian. That is how you remove the bearing. All parts available at Pump Repair Media. I hope you really enjoyed that close-up. I know when I show Brian later, he's like, wow, that camera was nice, was good. So that's how you remove it, just nice and slow, like we said. Put the bearing puller on like we showed you. Have confidence, repair stuff, don't freak out. I know the pool guys probably told you you need a new motor or something like that, right? There you go, Brian's done it. We did it on camera, just like that. All right, so when we come back, we're going to remove the front bearing, Brian. Hold that up for them right there. Hold that up. There you go. Let me just zoom on the front bearing there for him. All right. There you go. Let me zoom in on the front bearing. So when we come back, we're gonna be removing this front bearing just right there. All right. So thank you for watching. All parts are available at pumprepairmedia.com, and we'll see you next video. Peace.
Peace.